Hello, I am Ashvin Beetul. I will present you on the IMTE 2, which is the final project of the immersive narrative in virtual reality. And the story is on Anto, the ant from lazy to leader. The story concept um, is based on, um, in fact, is inspired by Proverb chapter 6, verse 6 to 9, which is focusing on the life here on an aunt named Anto and who embarks on a journey to discover the importance of diligence, teamwork, and wisdom in the colony. So the narrative is designed for a VR environment and allowing the users to experience the world from an aunt's perspective and emphasizing the virtues of hard work and perseverance. The objective of the story is to provide an engaging, immersive experience that teaches the importance of diligence, teamwork, and preparation, aligning with the biblical teaching from Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6 to 9. And here we can have an overview of the immersive environment, which we will see on later. And the target audience is the age group of around 8 to 15 years old, and the objective here is to teach children the um, value of hard work, teamwork, responsibility, yet also the importance of education as an added value through engaging and interactive, immersive storytelling. So who are the characters? Firstly, we have the main character, which is Anto here, and then we have the uh, in fact here for Anto, it's a young lazy aunt who learns the value of hard work and teamwork, and then we have the worker aunt, and these fellow aunts who work tirelessly, in fact, to gather food and maintain the colony, serving as role models also for Antu. But anyway, he will not listen. And then uh, we have the Queen Aunt. This is a wise and caring leader of the colony who guides Antu through its journey. And we have an old wise aunt, say kind of a mentor figure who shares wisdom and knowledge about the colony's survival strategies. And then we have the villain the story, which here is the lazy frog. So it is a character which is portrayed. Um, so he's as lazy, and he tries to attempt. Uh, he tries to tempt, in fact, and to away from its duties. So let's see the plot outline. Firstly, we have the introduction. So in the introduction, in the plot outline, the story begins with an overview and introduction of the proverb 6 verse 6 to 9, then goes on how the ontology structure as a 2D representation and a cartoon video in details how ants live inside that colony. And then we have separate 3D models of the colony and ant hills to support the explanation. So we have to note, in fact, so this is a VR and environment. So it's like a full metaverse environment, which is in the spatial. So the next scene then it will describe, in fact, um, how ants work together. This in unity and as teamwork. Then we'll present Antu, and you will see that in fact all other ants are working, but Anto is not interested in the work that the other ants are doing, and Anto is then relaxing. The old wise aunt and the queen will remark that in fact there is no kind of motivation from Anto, and they will call him for a meeting with the two leaders here. There is a queen aunt and the old wise aunt, and they will explain to him about the colony's survival and the importance of preparing for difficult times and for example, like um, to gather food in winter so they can get that in summer, and also the importance of hard work, dedication, and also here in our context, education. That is, it's a kind of added value for the user, for the it's like a rated exhortation on the importance of education. Then we have the journey and challenges, where there will be an encounter with a villain, which is a lazy frog who tempts to Antu to abandon his work and relax. Then we'll have a climax, so there will be a major storm which hits the forest, uh, that region, and the colony will face a crisis. So the shelter that the ants were building, but without the help of Antu, was destroyed. So several then of Antu's friends, the other ants, they did not survive the flood, and so Antu then tried uh, to help them from the water, but it was too late. So the frog also perished. That is, as a friend, kind of fake friend of Antu, perished also, and moreover, the food stores were also destroyed. So that was due to the initial laziness of Antu. So he took a resolution. He was firstly sad, he was depressed, but remembered the old wise aunt about how bad company as friends can corrupt good characters, and realized the consequences of his actions, and leads the worker ants in a final effort to gather um, enough food to survive the post situation after the storm. So with that determination and help of his fellow ants, Ando could overcome the challenges. Then we have um, the conclusion. So the storm will pass and the colony is saved thanks to um the efforts of Anto and the worker ants. And Anto has understood then the wisdom from the old wise aunt and the importance of being diligent. So then the moral of the story. Firstly, for an aunt there are several attributes. We'll come to that. So the moral here is that whatever the attributes here, whether it is for the aunt or for the user, yet uh, we should understand that one should not behave in an opposite manner of his or her own attributes, knowledge, and values, but from that of hard work, which is much more important, and preparation and teamwork. These are essential for survival and for success. And this will in fact reinforce the lesson from the Proverb chapter 6, verse 6 to 9. So here are my references. So the platform used uh, has been firstly the spatial.io, which is a platform used for the VR development, and then Sketchfab. So I used some 3D models which can be rated directly to, uh, which can be linked in fact in special.io. And then I've also used 2D images and 3D objects from Google, and I download them, and I could upload them from toSpatial.io. And then I've used also Canva for the presentation and OBS for the recording. So thank you very much. Now we will connect to the spatial.io. So this is a link which you can use to direct connect, and it is a shared one. So that is, when you log in, you can have your different and individual avatar for yourself, and then you can explore that space. Thank you. So now we'll go to the spatial.io platform. Let me just refresh it. So it will refresh based on your connection. It may take some time. We put it in here in the screen. So this is the environment of the video, and the story goes on. Once upon a time, the story is based on the proverbs, which is here. Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy fellow. Learn from their ways and be wise, which having no chief, overseer, or ruler, yet they labor hard all summer, gathering food for the winter. How long will you lie down, O lazy one? When will you arise from your sleep and learn self-discipline? Ants are known to be hardworking and working in teams for the benefit of the whole colony. So there was an ant named Anto who lived in a colony of hardworking, and uh, they were helping each other. So here, what you can see is the structure of the colony. Here we have 3D models of the ant, and here uh, again we have the colony. Now this is from this video. Yes, is a video. We can learn how ants live in a colony.
At first glance, a fire ant hill, or mound as it's properly called, looks impossibly small. And yet, a colony of up to 250,000
So here the
ants call
video
it home.
shows about
But here's the
inside
secret. That
of the
mound is
colony.
just the tip of an enormous iceberg. So let's take a
This
closer
is the
look
cartoon,
at what's
so
inside
not
an
everything
anthill.
in fact
The mound
here.
is really the top of an enormous underground structure,
So
the
this
nest,
kind
which is
of
basically a
detail
giant
fits very
nursery, a nice, cozy place to raise babies. A lot of babies. Their mother, the queen, roams around the
well. So
nest
let me
while
now
laying
just
50.
forward.
The nest is arranged like the mound is connected to several use it. You see, someone needs to find food for the rest of the colony, but running around outposts can't protect the ants from move out and
This
build
is
an
the kind of
entirely new
video
nest from
inside
scratch.
this
And best of all,
VR environment. So while we continue here, so as well also says these 3D models, uh, they are the models of the colony, and this one on the left hand side is the ant hill. So um, here we can see in fact these two 3D models of the colony, and the picture in fact shows an amazing uh, teamwork of how the ants create an amazing uh, uh, teamwork here. So they are helping each other. They are building the colony, and here we can see this colony in 3D. And here we can see that how uh, um, these ants can create in a kind of wonderful bridge by joining themselves to each other. Then they are gathering food also here. So gathering food, as you can see here, we have various foods here. They are gathering foods for the colony. But while everyone helped in the colony, yet Antu was always relaxing. So the queen aunt and the old wise aunt called Antu, and they tried to reason Antu about the importance of hard work, of being diligent, about the importance of teamwork and planning and how to be committed. But uh, he was not really listening. They explain also about that this is the key to success, but Ando was not listening. So they gave some kind of more details as here. 5 reasons why hard work is key to success. Hard work motivates and rewards you. Hard work shows you are dependable. Hard work shows commitment. It helps develop self-discipline. And the harder you work, the quicker you get ahead. And then, in our context, the user here will know about also the importance of education, which relates to hard work. So, education gives us knowledge. Education teaches us lessons of humanity. It comprises good thoughts in a human being. Education tells men and women how to think, how to work properly, and how to make proper, effective decisions. Education contributes to human development. Education gives us employment and identity and highlights the human talents. And it leads to innovations and discoveries. And overall, education develops a meaningful outlook on life. But yet, Anto did not want to listen. It was all in vain. That was because, as we continue here, that was because of the lazy frog. So Anto could not discern any of this importance because it was listening to a friend, the lazy frog. So it really matters really who you listens to. So who you listens to and who influence your life. It really matters. In fact, even here we can see the lazy frog. So it is very indifferent, very uh, kind of not caring for any kind of things. So even the word here says, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good characters. Now let's continue. What happened is that one day there was a big storm. Let me just open it here. So there was a kind of sudden heavy storm and even provoked injustice and disrupted that colony. Here also we have the icon to play. So while that flood disrupted the colony and also the food that was gathered, some ants could not survive. And here in this video we see that uh, Anto was trying to save his friends, but he could not save them. It was too late. So then there was quite sad. He cried and cried, but he could not save his friends. So what happened is that Anto, as he could not save his friends' aunts perished, and then uh, all these food that was saved also they uh, they were destroyed, and and uh, he was really then very depressed and sad. And then he realized that where is his friend? So he went to look for his friend Frog, and they informed him that the frog could not be saved also. Then Anto remembered the words of the old wise aunt about wrong friends. So then, from these situations, Anto was shocked. He remembered that indeed wrong friends can badly influence someone, and it realized that after all these kind of inactions and wrong decisions, it was high time for a new way of life. And it thanked God for now it had received a second opportunity in life. He was thankful and grateful. So, upon realizing his past mistakes, he made changes. He took action, made changes. So, he tried to help the other aunts by building and rebuilding, in fact, and protecting the colony. And also, he helped in saving food for the colony. As he was sincere, everybody saw that he was sincere, even the old wise uh, aunt and the queen aunt also. So he was integrated back then to the colony. So he was then leading a happy life as really a real aunt. Because what are then the attributes of an aunt? This is in fact here as the moral of the story. Firstly, the attributes of this aunt of an aunt is that they have flexibility. That is, they are known for flexibility at work, with an excellent communication chain, an outstanding leadership, an unconditional teamwork, a dedicated commitment, a selfless patience, and rigorous planning. So, therefore, just as the unique attributes of an art, one should not forsake his or her own uh, attributes, knowledge, skills, and values, because Even here, as the word says, when you live aligned, that is your idea with your values, magic happens. So one should really adhere to his or her own attributes and values for a better life for yourself and for everyone. As here the word says, success comes from knowing that you did your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming. Thank you very much for your attention. So, again, this is the your environment, and Anto has learned a lesson that you really need to align with your values and be dedicated with hard work in your life for success. Thank you very much.